Hi guys, today I'm gonna try to help one or two of my brothers who might be having the same issues like what I got when I got into the US. Yeah, when I got into the US, I had a lot of difficulties to keep it going with my job I was doing back in Africa. So, sorry about that. So, I had to pick a different job and I did a different job like for 2 years, and then later I was like, I think I got to go back to my job. And my job was a merchant mariner back in Africa. So when I chose to take that ride, I had a lot of difficulties because I had no one to guide me through the career out here. Yeah, it was really hard. So I had to do everything by myself. And I started doing my research after 2 years out here. I was like, I think I can do things myself. So I had to go online, check some videos, go to the Coast Guard website, try to check out what I got to do to become a merchant mariner in the USA. Mostly for us who are from Africa. So it wasn't that easy. And I noticed you just got to send your credentials to the Coast Guard, and then the Coast Guard is gonna access it and then tell you what rank you're gonna start working with. So I had all my credentials back in Africa. So I sent it to the Coast Guard. I scanned everything, I sent it to them, and they were like, yeah, we know you got all this, but first you have to sail in the US waters, and you got to sail on a US ship or Canada to get your credentials or your stickers stamped on your merchant mariner credential. Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and then give you the merchant mariner credential, which I got right here with me right now. So I was like, okay, what are the steps to get a merchant mariner credential? I went to the website and they told me first you got to get a tweet card. That's my tweet card. You got to get a tweet card, and then after you get a tweet card, you can apply for your merchant mariner credential. When you apply for your merchant mariner credentials, you're gonna apply at the same time, if it's possible, for your medicals. So first a tweet card, second a merchant mariner credential, and then third you got to get a medical, Coast Guard medical. So to get your tweet card, you got to go to TSA, or Transportation Security Administration, TSA for short. So you got to get your tweet card from the TSA, and when you apply for your tweet card on the TSA, you have to specify. You have to make sure you specify you're gonna work as a merchant marine, sorry, because the truck drivers, they also got a tweet card. So it's for transportation. So the truck drivers, they also got a tweak card. So you got to specify you want it to work as a merchant mariner. So the TSA is gonna be like, okay. So I think to get a tweak card, you're gonna spend like $125. That's how I did mine. That's what I spent. So you just go to online and then check where the closest TSA office you can get that is closer to you. So I went online and checked and then put my GPS and drove there, and then they asked me to uh, pay the sum of money, give my fingerprint, take a photo, and you got to take your passport, your green card, or whatever document you got in the US. You got to take it along with you, so don't forget. Because I forgot my green card at home because I'm a permanent resident in the US, so I had to go with my green card. But I forgot my green card at home. They couldn't use my passport because I got a foreign passport. So I had to take my green card with me. So I had to drive back home to go get my green card, and then they scan it and then give it back to me. And then I think it takes like 2 weeks. They're gonna print it out, send it to your email or to your mail, and you're good with the tweak card. And then you gotta apply for your merchant mariner credential. You gotta scan all whatever you got in your life as a seaman, send to them, and then they check it, and then they're gonna tell you, okay, with your credentials, with your documents, with your certificates, you're gonna sail at this rank. But for me, I already had my papers back from Africa, so I thought it's gonna be that easy. But unfortunately, they didn't accept all that from Africa, so I had to start back from scratch because back in Africa I was oiler and AB. I had my credentials as an oiler and as an AB, and I've worked for 80 years in the African waters. But when I told them, they were like, no, you got to work in the U.S. waters and U.S. flagships. So, not actually U.S. flagships, but you got to work in the U.S. waters. So they didn't consider all that I've done back in Africa because this is my credential from Africa, and this is the one for US. So, but out here in the US, the captain is not allowed to put any stamp in your credential like what we got in Africa. Your captain is gonna stamp your in and out wherever you work, and how long you stay on the ship. They're gonna stamp your sign-in date and your sign-off date. They stamp it in here, but here is different. You can see I've worked all these stamps from Africa. I scanned all these and sent to them. They were like, no, we're not gonna take that. So I had to go back from scratch. You can see I got a lot of sea time, and I also did a medical. This part is for the medicals. I got almost all my medicals back in Africa, but they wouldn't accept all that, so I was like, this got no use anymore for me. So I said, okay. I dropped the process for some time. I went back to my previous job. I was like, fuck, I can't take all that. I can't go back to scratch. And I did my previous job. I keep it going, and then later I was like, damn, what's my future? What am I thinking? I got no future with this job I'm doing right now, so I better go back as a merchant mariner. So I went back. I called the Coast Guard again. I asked them, what do I need? And they said, okay, you're going to scan everything you got and then send to us, and then we're going to evaluate it. and then give you a reply. And then I send everything I got. I even call my company back in Africa, and they send me a certificate of recommendation, blah blah blah. I scan all that, sent to the Coast Guard, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we happy you got all this, but this is from Africa. We don't take any of these from Africa. You gotta sail in the U.S. waters, and you need 100 and these days to be this. You can be an AB. You need 180 days to get your AB limited, and then you need 1,001 days to be AB unlimited. Blah blah blah." I was like, okay, so I got no choice. I got to start from crash. So, but you can apply for your Macha Marina credentials even if you just come up from high school here in the US, or you just come up from the street. You can apply for this document. You just got to pay whatever fee they ask, and you good to get this document. Same with a tweet card. You can get it from street with no high school diploma, nothing. You just apply to the Coast Guard, and they're gonna give you your Macha Marina credential. You apply to the TSA, they're gonna give you your tweet card. You don't need to be a graduate or whatever. You can just get it from the street with no diploma, nothing, and they're gonna give you your tweet card and your Macha Marina credential. But for you to get the sticker in there as a wiper or a food handler, that's the steward department, these stickers, yeah, these stickers are going to tell you rank. For you to get this in your Macha Marina credential, you got to go to school to become a wiper or a food handler or an OS. So I had to go to school, did all the basic trainings. We got 4 basic training. They call it BT for short. They call it BT, basic trainings. And then you got 1 extra course. You're gonna do the VPDSD. No, yes, VPDSD. That's the vessel personnel with designated security duties. Back in Africa, we call it ISPS, or before we call it ISPS, but now with vessel personnel with designated security duties. I already got all that back in Africa, but they wouldn't take it. Trust me, they wouldn't do that back. I even thought I could go to the Coast Guard office and then show them what I got at hand. But I was like, why don't I do what they want? I don't like burning my fuel going down there, and they will be like, we understand you got that, but this is the way we do it here. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take the course. Yeah, I had to, because from the information I got online, it shows when you got these and your tweet card and your medicals without the trainings sticker in there, you're good to go. So when I got all that, I had to search, because out here in the US you can get a job direct, or you got to go to any of the unions. We got, I think, Seafarers Union of the Pacific. You got Military Sea Lift Command. You got SIU, that's a Seafarers International Union. We got a lot of different unions that you can check online. Unions or Seafarers Union in the United States. Because I did all that, I had to check online. So you got to check all that. But I noticed the closest one I had was the SIU, the Seafarers International Union. So I had my tweet card, my Macha Marina credential, and then my medical, my Coast Guard medical. So I thought I was good to go. And then when I got to the Union Hall, I met the guy. I talked with him. I said, "Yeah, I got all this." He took it. He was like, "Oh, where are your certificates?" I was like, "What certificate?" He was like, "No, you need all the basic trainings." And then I went into my bag. I took out all my basic trainings from Africa. I gave to the guy. The guy was like, "Oh no, we're sorry. You need to get the basic trainings in the United States, or you got to go to the Coast Guard and then send all what you got to the Coast Guard. The ones you got from Africa, you can send them to the Coast Guard, and then the Coast Guard is gonna say yes or no." But I already know, I already sent them to the Coast Guard, but they didn't accept it. So I was like, so I got to go back to school. So I went back home. I searched for maritime schools around my area, and I found one in San Diego. So I had to drive like an hour, 30 minutes down to the school, and then coming back, we got a lot of traffic, so I had to spend like 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, 3 hours or sometimes 4 hours driving back home. Yeah, but keep away all that. That's for me. So I did all the basic trainings and basic personal security duties, and then I called the Coast Guard. I was like, "I got all this. What next?" And the Coast Guard was like, "Oh yeah, you can scan them and then send to us, and then we're gonna evaluate it." And then I scanned everything and sent to the Coast Guard. I already had this credential with me, so I just had to send only the certificates to the Coast Guard, and then they evaluate it, and it takes like 2 3 months. Or yeah, it takes a long time. Unlike to get this document also takes a long time with the Coast Guard. It takes like 2 3 months to get this document. Every day they're going to tell you, "Oh, we want this additional document, we want this additional document, we want this additional document." I keep on sending them. And when you send them, you got to call them. Did you receive it? And then it takes, it takes a long process. Yeah, but it's slow but sure. So when I send my credentials to them, and then they evaluate it, and they send me a reply like, "Okay, yeah, you're good to get the OS wiper and a steward sticker on your matrimonial credential. Are you okay with that?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that." Yeah, but you can call them. There's a form you got to fill, and it's not an online form. You're going to print it out, fill it up, do the physicals, go to your doctor, they fill their part. It takes a long time. It's a long process, sorry. So the doctor got to do your physicals and all that. But you can call the Coast Guard. They're going to guide you on where to go to do your physical, because it got to be a Coast Guard approved physical. So when you do that, you send all that to the Coast Guard, and then they're going to print it out. They're going to print the stickers out according to your rank or your qualification. So they're going to print it. Like for me, I had to go back as an OS or a wiper or a foot handler. So it was still cool by me, because I know it's a job. I already know what I'm doing. I already know where I'm going to. So it was easy. So when they sent it back to me, I was like, "Oh, thank God, I'm good to go." So I took it to the Union Hall, and the Union Hall was like, "Oh yeah, you're good to go, but you got to do the Union physical." I was like, "Not again." So when I asked the Union Hall, "What am I going to do?" Blah blah blah, and then they give me a rundown of the list of the facilities you could do your physical, and then they booked me an appointment. They asked me which day is preferable. I told them. They booked me an appointment. I went there, did my physical, and they're gonna send the physical result straight to the union hall, and then the union hall is gonna, the facility is gonna ask you to come for your result. And then when you go for your result, they'll be like, yeah, you're good, you're good. And the union hall is going to be like, yeah, you're good. You're going to call the union hall. And then they're going to be like, yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, so within the time I was waiting for my physical with the union hall, the company I'm working right now, they called me and they offered me a job. Yeah, within that period, I didn't know which one is better, whether the union or the private company I'm working with, but I needed experience, so I had to take the first call. Because with the union hall, I have to drive like an hour, 30 minutes, and then you go sit in the hall, look on the board, pick a job, go tell them you want this job, because they got a job board with all the jobs coming down. So you're gonna pick a job down there. You tell them I want that job, and they got priority for. I heard they got an A card, B card, C card, or whatever. So those with the A card, they got first priority. If you see a job, your A card, and then the B card sees the same job, they're gonna give it to the A card. So I only heard that after doing my findings, how to get a job with the union hall. But I never had the experience because this company called me before I had to go to get a job with the union. So, but the union is still good. Honestly, it's I think it's the best. I don't know about any other union. Even the ISIU, I never say with the ISIU, so I don't know about them. But that's just the local procedure followed. So, but my main point is how to get into the field from Africa or from a foreign country. I don't know about other countries, but I'm from Africa. So I took it. I took this job, and that's why I've been working. But you got a second option. You can go to a maritime academy. Yeah, I also found about that. I applied with them. The application process was a little bit complicated. Just during the time I had to apply for the job for the school. Yeah, it's the school is under the Seafarers International Union, the SIU, but it's kind of free the way I get it, but you got to apply and then they're gonna do screening and then tell you if you're gonna go there or not. I think it's a 1 year program, but it's kind of free. You can check it. You can go online, see for International Union, and then you go under. There's a place about the school. You can search about that, but what I'm doing is they call it out here horse piping. So I had to horse pipe. So I had to go a different ride. Because when you go to the school, you come out as an AB or a wiper or an oiler. Sorry, you come out as an oiler or an AB. But if you just go to what I went through, you're going to come out as an ordinary seaman or a wiper or a foot handler, depending on which ride you want to pick. But if you go to the program, the SIU program, you're gonna come out as an AB, able-bodied seaman or a wiper or an oiler. Yeah, so you got to choose. But for us, I tried to apply, but the process was a little bit complicated. And then I tried again. I called the school and they told me, oh yeah, when you try one time and it doesn't work, then it's only the next year that you're going to apply. I was like, I can't wait for a whole year. So I had to horse pipe it. So that's the thing. Now, even if you go to the program, you still got to hose pipe it, because you're going to come out as an AB or an oiler, and then you're still going to work your way up. It's different from an academy. You can still go to an academy. While by that one, you're going to pay out of pocket. It's going to be like $9,000, $8,000, $90,000 or $80,000. So you should be ready to pay that. And yeah, you should be ready to pay that, which I didn't even think about it, because I just got to the US. Where am I going to get all that money? $80,000 to pay for school. So I had no choice but to horse pipe it, because the basic trainings I did, that cost me like $2,000. Yeah, just $2,000 to do all the basic trainings and whatever, and then you go through the Coast Guard physical and all that. So technically, it's all together is gonna cost like $6,000, like to get everything ready and then be ready to go. Yeah, you're gonna get like $6,000. Yeah, that's what I spent. So, yeah, you can choose if your family or you got someone that's ready to support you. But for me, my case is different, because first, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm just a permanent resident, and I'm fresh in the U.S. So it's different. But if you're a U.S. citizen, you can go to school, you can take a loan from the government, and then you keep paying it slowly or whatever. But my case was different. I wasn't ripe to take a loan or blah blah blah. So everything I did was out of pocket. So my previous job helped me to save some money so I could pay for my school. And luckily, while I was waiting for the union hall, this company called me. I applied on Indeed. I applied to a lot of jobs on Indeed. You can apply on Indeed job search, and then you got uh, a lot of recruiting agencies. You got them online out here in the US. You can choose whichever one you wanna apply with. But I did Indeed, and this company called me. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then they were like, okay, you're gonna do a physical for us. I went and did the physical, and I was good to join the ship. Yeah, so that's just the experience I want to share with you guys. If you got any questions or any doubt, you can hit them in the comments below. But listen with me, I'm still doing a lot of researches how to move up. But so far, I'm working as an ordinary and a wiper, and everything is good so far. It's a good job. Yeah, it's good paying. I mean, if you're from Africa, you know what it means when you're working back there, and then what you get in here is a little bit encouraging. But you got to move up if you want to get it better. Yeah, you better move up. Yeah. So that's just a little experience I want to share to you guys with you guys, and happy talking with you guys. If you get any doubts or any question, you can hit me on the comments below. Like, share. We are all together, happy to help, ready to help. One spirit, all one. Thank you guys. Bye.